Bamboo Shoots. Welcome, guys, to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Can you introduce each one of you?
Sure. Shiv, I play drums. Carl, I play bass.
Veer, I sing, play guitar.
Encore, I play percussion. Ahmed, guitar.
So you guys have an upcoming release coming out on Epic Records called Armour. Why Armour? Why love? Why that name? Or your first
kind of like
record?
You know, it's got the love thing. Some people pick up on the love thing. Some people pick up on the sort of like protection thing.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a combination of the two.
Cool.
So some people say armor, some people say armour.
Yes,
very
it's not,
telling about where they're coming
It's not
from.
a very easy word to pronounce, especially if you have an accent like that.
So you must be a romantic at heart.
I am a romantic. I'm both a rebel and a romantic at heart. So is that how you would describe the music in Armour, more or less?
Exactly.
So the reason why I invited you guys in is because I am interested in finding out a little bit more about the music that people who were born of Indian parents are doing here in the States. And you are the first and foremost band that I know that are making sort of a push for recognition. Is it something that you guys, when you started, thought, you know what, we really want to sort of bring in our cultural roots into rock music, or is that has nothing to do with your origins?
It kind of just happened, you know. I mean, we never really planned it, but at some point it just happened, you know. So.
And you've been together for how long?
5 years.
Yeah.
And before that, you were in other bands, or
yeah. Before that, like Vera and I, Carl, we used to just like write together and record together since we were like little kids, and yeah.
Cool, cool. So in the album, your first single is called "Hey Girl." It's a very catchy tune, and as soon as you hear it, you remember it forever. I think it's an amazing piece of writing. How easy or how difficult was it to come up with a song like "Hey Girl"?
Of all the songs, that was one of the easier ones, actually. And it kind of has that feel. It's a light-hearted feel. And, like, not to say that there's no meaning to it, but I think we kind of wanted to try bring that lightheartedness back to rock, because a lot of rock music takes itself way too seriously. And it's like, either you're an indie rocker and you got to have a PhD to really get it, or you're like, you know, you listen to modern rock and you have to be like suicidal, and I don't think we relate to either of those.
Right, your music is very positive.
Yeah, I mean, not to say that it's very positive, but, you know, it's not pretentious, you know?
Right.
Like, we make music for anybody.
Right. So let's listen to this track. This is your first single from your upcoming release. This is "Hey Girl" by Bamboo Shoots on Y-Rock on XPN. Alright, we're back with Bamboo Shoots now.
You're right, that is a great.
It's very easy to write that one.
Yeah. Alright, we're back. This is Y-Rock on XPN, and here with Bamboo Shoots. Now, the name Bamboo Shoots, where did that come from? Anything in particular that...
I was traveling, actually. I was in Thailand, and I actually got in some trouble with the law, and they caned me. I have these marks across my back, and
No way.
yeah, no.
I was believing that. I was actually believing that.
No, that's been our recent thing. We're coming up with different ways, because it's not a very exciting story. The name just kind of happened. You know?
But it's sort of like culturally significant. I mean, you don't see a lot of Western bands naming themselves after bamboo. It's a very interesting name that you guys gave yourself. Is that the
yeah, we didn't really think about it that way. It just sounded like it conjured like just cool images, and just like felt good in the mouth.
So sort of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, that kind of thing.
I will say one thing. I can tell where you're from based on if you say Bamboo Shoots or if you say Bamboo Shoots.
Okay, so where am I from? Bamboo Shoots.
That he's one of us.
Yeah, you're one of us.
That's actually what it breaks down to, as one of us or one of them.
One of them, right. Cool. I love the album. I mean, thank you very much, guys, for recording this. It has a lot of great indie sounds on the guitar in the album. Ahmed, you're the guitar player and you're the rhythm guitar player, right, Abir?
Yeah.
But the guitar, the lead guitar is interesting in the way that you sound like you could be in any modern rock band in the world. I mean, it's so flourish and so gorgeous, the stuff that you do on the guitar, that, you know, it just captures you when you listen to some of the songs. Like, for example, there's a song called When the Ocean Meets the Road that has that beautiful flourish of guitars. Also, the Milk, Satin and Silk song, it's a lot of different combinations of sounds. Can you talk about your influences in terms of bands? Have you been influenced a lot by music from the East, from India, from Pakistan, from anything like that, or are your main influences also Western-based? I'm really curious to find out how would you weigh your Indian upbringing based or your Western upbringing in your music. How do you gauge that?
Well, for the guitars, I think we're mostly Western. Like, we listen to a lot. I think we're influenced by a lot of rhythmic guitar. Because, like, weirdly enough, I'm just thinking of Helmet. Remember that band?
Yep. Yep.
Their guitar was like a percussive element.
Awesome.
You know?
Awesome guitar.
And we sound nothing like Helmet, but like that's a big influence for guitar for me. But maybe Shiv plays guitar, so.
Yeah, I used to, I don't know if all the classical fans out there, I used to study under Ustad Shujat Khan, who's Ustad Balad Khan's son. But, you know, like, I think, like, we were asking, like, you know, how much is the Indian influence in the music? It's there as, that's us as people, and our music just kind of comes out. So I wouldn't say it's a conscious effort to kind of showcase our Indian heritage, you know, like some other groups do. But we just kind of do our thing, and it's there, it's there.
That's cool. That's awesome. Do you listen to any bands that, like A.R. Rahman now is real big and really popular, and he's doing all the Bollywood films and the soundtracks. Do you listen to anything by him when in your car, or?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, you know, my dad is a big music fan, so growing up he'd take me to concerts, and I would see Amitabh Bachchan at like Giant Stadium, and he'd pull up in like a 40, not 40 feet, but like a 40, it was humongous limousine, and like he'd come in like a helicopter and all this crazy stuff. So that was very much a part of my like upbringing and like the whole Bollywood scene. But as soon as I started playing drums, I was like, psh, you know, enough of that.
Yeah, you needed to like look other places to get your sound from and stuff like that.
I mean, also Encore is like a DJ, and I know he spends a lot of like Hindi film stuff.
Yeah, like sometimes I get hired to do